What's up, guys? I am back, and today this is gonna be like, I don't know, I feel like I don't really give that much actual advice in these podcasts, well, as much as I think I do, but this one I think is gonna be full of like actual advice, because back in my days, before I was like, I don't want to say as good as I am now, but like, you know, as technically good as I am now, I would like go on YouTube, like, you know, try and do that self-help, get better. Why is bro telling me to wake up at 5 a.m., dunk myself into ice for 10 minutes, go run a 10K, girl, I got school, I got things to do, like, hello, like, I think that's a big thing, like, you get a lot of these people nowadays, it's like, to be better, you gotta mute 24/7, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, oh, you gotta, the sky's awake and you're not awake, oh, you're behind. You're 17 and you don't have a penthouse, a Lamborghini, and $10 million kabillion to your name through drop shipping and like stocks? Oh my god, you're so far behind. Girl, no, the far, like, I feel like social media is good to an extent until there's some people really that like get them banned. Because a lot of people come at me at my stage like, oh my god, like, look at what you're posting, you want to get a job. What is wrong with me, like, legit posting me? Like, this is who I am. They gotta know who they're getting into. Like, obviously some things I post is a joke, but none of it is offensive, well, in my opinion. I try not to make it offensive. And then there's some people posting that genuinely make other people feel bad, and they're giving advice about how to be this alpha male, and like, I would never do my own laundry, bro. That's for the girls. That's for this. That's for... Now, obviously, I'm not saying everyone does that, but I am saying there are people out there that do that, and them getting that power, yeah, that's not on. That's not on, because some people's gonna believe that and follow that, and we don't preach that. But also, like, humans are like a creature of habit. We like our routines. We like our habits. Having a routine is really good for you. And because we're like a creature of habit, we like the schedules, adding something new or like changing that big can be really hard, or it can also just be hard to manage to time that in, because so many times like, oh yeah, I'm gonna add this in and it's like 5 things I want to add. Like, girl, I'm going from like, bro, my hair routine, not it, okay? And then sometimes like, oh my gosh, I need to add mousse, I gotta do this, I gotta go diffuser, I gotta, and then do I do any of it? No, because it's just overwhelming. And I genuinely don't think everyone should be waking up at 5 a.m. and doing this stuff, because yes, sometimes I wake up at 5, like, I wake up at 5 a.m. twice a week to work out, okay? That's me personally, because currently I'm an athlete, you know? I gotta do it. I don't think everyone should necessarily have the same morning routine, because it's what works best for you, but I do think there are fundamental things people should have as their habit. Like, for some people, waking up and stretching is not a need, because, like, you know, other people, their bodies might not be as able, they need to stretch to keep it going. You know, if you're not really an athlete or care too much about how fast you can run, you don't need to wake up in the morning and do hill sprints. Like, stay fit, but you don't gotta push yourself to that extent. And I feel like a lot of people preach on the internet and make it seem harder than it is, because it's hard for them and they like want to self-validate saying how hard it is, making themselves feel better. Because I get it, sometimes I'm like, bro, like, why are you complaining? I have to wake up at 5 a.m. for my sport, and like, I've kind of made myself feel like valid, like I'm doing something tough, it's making me stronger. So I guess I understand that's why people are doing that on the internet, to make themselves feel cool and better. But like, if you guys don't, it's nothing to feel bad about, but I do think there are some things everyone should definitely implement in their life. And I started coming close with this one girl, okay? I got this new friend, started becoming close with her, and then she got broken up with recently, okay? And then she was like calling me crying, and she was so upset, and I was like, yeah, like, obviously you're gonna feel this way, no hate, no shame. Like, a breakup is sad no matter who it happens to. You guys went to bed at 5 a.m. It is currently 11, like, not 11, it was 3 p.m. So I went to bed at 5 a.m. and then they got broken up with at 3 p.m. in that mist, they've just been lying in bed in the dark and not eating anything. So you've not eaten, you're lying in a dark room, like probably no water too. No wonder you feel so horrible, because you're going through these emotions, but your body's not ready to process it. Because for me, I got like, okay, the process of my like most recent breakup, it was like a slow burn, like slow shatter. And most of the times that happened, I was like on a trip. I was on a, I don't know, like a week-long trip for school. So I was like in sport every day. I was surrounded by people. So I was like honestly doing not too bad. And I'd go out, like see people. I was staying fit. I would wake up like the normal time I normally do, go to bed early, and that's what made it better, because my body felt like okay, if that makes sense. So I think habits people should actually implement in their life: going to bed at a reasonable time and waking up at a reasonable time. Whatever that time is can vary depending on your schedule, you know. Another one, getting sunlight in. Don't chill in a dark room. I know how whimsical it feels. Today I'm not feeling the best. I was sick and I just wanted to stay with my curtains closed, lights off, like, you know, marinating, like, oh my gosh, I felt like I was dying. But that just makes me feel worse. So I always open the curtains and I went outside a bit for a walk. Like, guys, you know the saying, touch grass? And like, bro, you gotta touch an iPad. Collectively, we do need to touch some grass. And like, I feel like the most basic things I'm saying, you guys are gonna be like, oh my gosh, this is so basic. Eat healthy, drink water, go to bed early, get sunlight. We hear that advice. Yes, you hear it. How many of you take the advice? Maybe that's the main advice because it's the best advice. Like, if you guys do those things, then like, Loki said, because if you say, oh my gosh, I don't feel good, I feel like low energy. Yes, because you're waking up at 11 and having McDonald's for breakfast. You know, like, this is all like, hey, it's just saying. A lot of people be wondering why they're not feeling good, but it's like, you gotta look after yourself, babes. Because going for a breakup is hard. Yes, I know that. No matter how well you take care of yourself, it's gonna be hard. But it does help when your body's feeling good, and then it will make you feel a lot better. And another habit, journaling. I'm telling you, I didn't journal for a while. I have a bunch of different journals. I think I have like 5, okay? They each have a different topic, because I'm like, some of the stuff I write down is valuable. And that's the reason I didn't journal for a bit. It's like, no, I should only write valuable things so I can read back of it and do something useful with this information. And then, I don't know, put it in a museum one day, like when I'm famous and I die. So I was all like, no, I'm not going to do nothing if it's not going to be valuable for my future or anything. Then mentally I just got overload, and then I would feel like systems are working overtime and I'll feel like I'm going crazy. So I wrote a book where I'm like, okay, I can just splurge everything out there. And then the other ones I keep neat and specific into like the area I'm worrying about. So then it's organized so I can look back in it in the future when I need certain advice on those areas. And then the other one I can just like get my thoughts out, calm down as a person, you know, lower the cholesterol overall, feel better. I say that, but still I avoid journaling as much as I should, because I do want it to be neat for some reason. Like, if someone's gonna stalk me and read my journal, at least make it like clear cut and organized. You know, the brain's not organized, but I am. Another one, making lists. I have a whiteboard full of lists, because otherwise I just overloaded, and then I just like go from one task to the next. When I got it and I cross it out, feels great. So I'm gonna give like a quick summary of what I recommend. Sleep schedule, water, eating healthy, because my acne, okay, like I'm kind of out of myself right now. It's not the best, it's not the clearest skin, but do you know what my skincare is? I don't do skincare. I don't do any skincare. And you might be like, oh, so lucky, genetics. No, my like family members, when they were my age, they had really bad acne, and I used to get really bad acne. I stopped eating sugar. Like, I don't eat any processed sugar. Acne's gone. It only flares up like when people touch my face a lot, when I'm around someone that touches my face a lot, then it gets dirty and it flares up. But other than that, like, just don't pick at your face and don't eat unhealthy. It'll be okay. Well, at least for me. Like, that's not for everyone, but I think it will help. Like, I'm not saying you don't eat any sugar, your face is gonna look like mine, because obviously genetics does play a factor. I'm really lucky and grateful, but it does help. In the beginning, though, I was so, like, low on energy, and I was like, oh my gosh, and so moody. After I fixed it, I said like a month in, no more energy crashes. Like, unless I skip a meal or something, then like my energy will crash, or if I don't eat enough. But if you eat like 3 actual proper meals, you don't have like energy crashes. So like really cut out processed sugar and eat like healthy and whole foods, because my Instagram reel feed has been a rabbit hole of like how foods are actually made. I'm convinced it's gonna poison us all now. Like, watch me grow my own food when I'm older. Grow it all, make it myself, protect me and my family from this. It's actually crazy. But, so eating, sleeping, drinking, eating healthy, journal, get your feelings out. Because first stage, I thought, like, it's a waste of time. I just need to do things. Don't look after your feelings. I will get the worst headaches, the worst stress ever. You do actually need to look after yourself. You need to live life and enjoy it, then just get by it. Like, that's one thing I learned, because at a stage I would have ignored that facts and would have been like, no, I gotta focus on the future so I can be a millionaire when I'm older. Yes, I still do want to be rich, but like, before I would have done anything, but now it's like, no, I want to be cool. I want to be my own person. I don't want to be rich, because if I'm rich, the only thing I have is money. I don't want the only thing I have to be money. I want to have memories, skills, friends, do things, and be genuinely happy. Like, I don't need a private jet. I don't want a private jet. I would much rather like have an amazing friend group and we all go snowboarding and skiing in Japan once a year than me just having like 3 really expensive cars, I actually don't want holiday houses, but like, these massive mansions with just random ass things, spending thousands on things I don't need when I can be making slip and slides in the forest. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, when you stop surrounding yourself by miserable people, you don't become as miserable and you want to do fun things. Like, I was friends with one girl that was miserable, and she, like, just being around them and being around her made me miserable. The second I left their friend group, I'm feeling like so much better. So I know how it feels like, girl, I get it. I live on an island. I feel like there's no escape, and I just hang out with these people all day. It's like, oh, it's that, or I like sit alone. And then once I start to associate myself with different people and meet new people, like, it does get better and you do get happier. And you can find your people online. Like, I know there's a whole scare about like friends on the internet, and I understand that. I'm not at all saying go make friends with random people on the internet, as it can be super dangerous, but I'm saying it's a good tool to help you find like-minded people in a way that could be watching celebrities that you relate to and find funny. Like, for me, it's KDB, because a lot of people at my school are like, oh, you're not funny, you're not this, and then I see KDB and it's like, girl, we're like twin. And then seeing her, I was like, oh yeah, like, I am low-key awesome sauce, and I'll carry on doing the things I want to do. So like, I talk a lot about role models. They can help you find your people, to at least like know people like you are out there. That will really help. And then when you leave school, you're not going to be forced to be seeing those people every day, and you have free will and you can go to where you want to go and do things, and you meet people that like doing the same things as you, because you're meeting at that place, if that makes sense. Like, people a part of sports teams tend to have like quite a bit of friends because you guys like the same sport, and if you play together, you come close. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying football teams or any sports teams are amazing and not toxic. I've been through my fair share of drama in those teams, trust me. I've been through a fair share of heartbreaks in there, drama, falling out, all those sort of situations. Trust me, I've been through tough times. But like, the best thing to do is just be yourself. Get out there and be yourself. Get out in the sun. People's like, oh, it's gonna give you cancer. Don't do it excessively, and then you'll be fine. Like, look, I'm using an artificial light in artificial air. Maybe that's why I'm sick and home. If I went outside into the real air and the real sun, maybe then I won't be sick. What if I'm sick because I'm confined to this classroom all day with artificial air, artificial light, artificial intelligence? Everything is fake. That's why I don't feel good. If I go into nature and go fishing all day, am I sick? Let's put those pieces together. I went snowboarding in Japan. Was I sick from being outside in the snow? No. When I go back to school, am I sick? Let's put those pieces. No, but like genuinely, I think if you're miserable and sad, you get sick a lot quicker than if you're happy and healthy. Stay safe, stay healthy. I don't know what more to say, because like I am feeling like I'm knocking on death's door and feeling not the best today. But if you like this podcast and if you want to see better ones, because this one isn't the best, click here. If you want to see more of me, click here. If you want to subscribe and be amazing, click here. Love you all.